Here's a bit of a video on tips for using answer keys, tips for marking your own work. At ESU, when we assign math work, we give you the answer key so that you can mark your own work. For some people, they've been marking their own work for a while. They are comfortable doing it. Others, though, will sometimes say to me, but what if I cheat? What if I cheat? Their worry is that they're not going to take full advantage of the information they can learn from marking their own work. So this is a video to help you to get full advantage of the marking that you do when you're marking your work. So first thing I'm going to say is when you are marking your own work for math, I'm going to suggest you do one question and then mark that one question, rather than do a whole page and mark the whole page, or the whole book and mark the whole book. And I'll tell you why. We've had it happen before that people have done a whole page or a whole book and found out that they misunderstood something. That means that they're going to have to go back and redo that page or the whole book. So that's going to take some time. So first thing there is we've lost some time. But here's the bigger thing that we don't often think about. I've just spent one day or 1 week training my brain the wrong way to solve problems, the wrong way to do the math. Now I have to unlearn what I just took a week doing and train my brain a different way. And we've all had situations, when you meet somebody and they say their name and you think it's this, and now for the next 5 years, you're always confused. Is it this or is it that? Because you ended up starting with two things in your head and now they're fighting with each other. That's what really can happen if you don't mark your work often. You won't know how it's going. You won't know if you're getting it right unless you mark it often. So I'm really suggesting marking after every question. Do a question, mark it. If you get it right, pat on the back. You know you're doing well. You get immediate feedback. Don't need to wait for the teacher or anybody else. Immediate feedback, you got it. Move on to the next question. If you mark a question and you get it wrong, great opportunity for some learning here. We've all heard the expression of learning from our mistakes, and it's true. Whether it's reading, writing, math, or parenting, those are all areas where probably the biggest changes and steps forward that we make are a result of making some kind of a mistake and taking the time to learn from it. So if you make a mistake on a math assignment, I would suggest circling it. X's, circle it, and then dig deep and see, so what caused that mistake? How can I figure out how to get it right? Once you've learned how to get it right, move on to the next question. If you don't learn how to get it right, chances are you're going to repeat that mistake, and that will become the thing that you've learned, how to do it the wrong way. Okay. One of the things you do not want to do with an answer key is look at the answer key first and then try the question. That's not so much math as it is, I'm going to call it hocus pocus. If I start with an idea of what the answer should be, and then I just try all sorts of random things on my calculator until the answer magically appears, I have not solved a problem. I've done some random hocus pocus to make a number appear, right? The minute somebody gives me a question at work, or I've got a problem to solve at the kitchen table, or I have to write a test at the college, and I don't have an answer key for any of those situations, I'm stuck. If I have relied on the answer key for guidance, I'm stuck when I don't have an answer key. So instead of doing that, work on the question first. If the question leaves you stuck, back up and reread. So we're looking at a page here, 30, on percent problems. If I'm stuck on question 3, I might go back and reread, go back to the beginning of this work. Keywords can be misleading. Reread this. Look at the examples again, see if I can figure that out. Another tip I'm going to give is sometimes when I'm looking at the answer key for the answer for question 1, I might be tempted to look at the answer for answer 2. If you're using the Read and Write app, there's a screen mask you can use. By changing some settings, you can use it to just show you the answer for one question and hide all of the others. That's a way of only being able to see the answer you're looking at